Alright, hello there and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a paid mod. This is the Starfarers Stories Volume 1 by Ravenfall. This is a collection of short stories that are added to the Starfield universe. Well, they're added into the game. The goal of these is to create more life, lore, and history for you in a fun and immersive way. You have a 50% chance to obtain these by losing captain's lockers aboard any ship. Keep an eye out for the slates the following title. So I will say, it says the stories are of a diverse range. I will say, straight off the bat, I don't know how I feel about this because, like, I feel like, obviously we're gonna have to read the stories and see what they're like, but I just feel like 100 credits. Look, 100 credits. It's €1. It's $1. It's like 80 pence. But I don't know how I feel about kind of just adding like stories into the game, just because I like feel like it just feels like a kind of a cheap way to make a book. But yes, we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna try find them on Xbox, and then we're probably gonna read through some of the stories. We're gonna go on PC, maybe spawn some. So yeah, let's just jump into it, shall we? Alright, so we're in game now, and we're currently just looking for a ship to board. Ideally one that's, you know, useful. So yeah, so we're gonna go find a ship, and then once we find a ship, we'll hope that, what is that? Sensor contact. Oh, it's called there. Hopefully, percent chance drop rates. That means I should get it one every 2 time. I think that's how math work. Don't bully me. Is there a ship here? No. No. Okay, so we'll be back. I just seen an ecliptic satellite. That's not vanilla, but it would have to be vanilla because I don't have any mods. What the hell? Alright, this is definitely not part of the mod. I'm gonna shoot it though because it might trigger ecliptic. Alright, yeah, that worked. Okay, that's interesting. Here we go, we got Ecliptic Falcata. And somebody in the comments, let me know if that's vanilla. I don't think it's vanilla, but it would have to be. Because this save doesn't have... This save doesn't have any, my knowledge save doesn't have any mod. Leto. So we can actually, we're going to quick save here so that I can... And let's you. Record it. Go do the shoot shitty bang bang. And yeah, I wonder if we quick save. Let's save now just to see. That. Okay, that's all right. I've never seen that before. I didn't know that ships broke into parts like that. They usually just kind of explode. That's actually quite cool. Can I photo mode that? People inside there? Probably not, right? Oh, that's actually quite cool. Interesting. Anyway, let's do it. We'll do a save here, and we're gonna board. So 50% chance of them spawning. Hello? 30 million people in here. You die.
Multiple injuries.
Cora, can you get the other guy? Oh, here we go. Starfarer Volume 1. The Iridium Angel. Oh. Alright, let's kill the other guy real quick before we read it. Hello, where are you? Right down here. Excuse me? This ship is bigger than I thought. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, let's read it, shall we? Okay. Ever since I was a boy, my heart yearned for the stars. I wanted to help people in need, to be a hero. The view from down here makes a man feel insignificant. I remember my pa telling me, "Son, someday you'll be a great man, doing great things. Never stop, even after you touch the stars." I pinched the bridge of my nose and thought, never imagined to see the day I'd be standing before you all, graduating as an emergency responder for the Great Freestar Collective. It is truly an honor, I say, rehearsing in the mirror. It is an honor standing before you all today. I continue. Hot damn, you're good with your hands, young man, the sheriff says as I suture a wound in his leg. You're lucky the bullet missed anything vital, Sheriff, I respond. You know, the Rangers could make use of someone like you, son. They need people to keep the peace in the worst of times and save lives in the best of them, Sheriff says calmly. You mean that? I ask. I mean that. I think you'd be doing great things. You can save a lot of lives out there instead of hanging back here on terra firma. Ever think about going out there? The sheriff says, hooking a thumb in the sky. Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest Freestar Ranger. He's also, wait for it, an emergency responder. You're gonna save a lot of lives out there, the sheriff says, beaming a smile to me. Thank you, Sheriff. It's an honor to be able to represent our people of the Freestar Collective in Aquila City, my home. I say, barely keeping my composure as the smile threatens to make an appearance in a serious moment. Please give a warm applause for Ranger Angel Abrams. The sheriff says. The townspeople of Aquila cheer loudly, whistling and clapping. I smile as I laugh. Angel is just fine, I say with mirth. Before you head to the stars in one of our ships, Ranger, I do urge you to take a crash course first. You'll need to know how to fight in a pinch, but more importantly, what to do in the event of a disaster. Preparedness is part of the job, the sheriff says sternly. Yes, sir, I reply. Head to HQ. We keep retired pilots around to teach newbies the ropes. Ask around. They'll be happy to teach you everything they know, the sheriff continues. Yes, sir, I reply as I spin my heels to head off. The cheery lights of the control panel of the cockpit glow warmly as the ship's radio pings the star station ahead. This is Ranger Angel Abrams requesting permission to dock. I repeat, this is Ranger Angel Abrams requesting permission to dock. I have wounded passengers needing immediate medical attention. I call out clearly through the communication. Ranger, welcome. This is Dr. Lara Darvish. You are cleared for docking. You may begin sequence immediately. Let's save some lives, the doctor says over the radio. Okay, that's quite cool. I'm gonna, really quickly, we're gonna... Oh, god damn it, Josh. Only person that comes online these days. Alright, so we're gonna, really quickly, I'm gonna come back in here, attack again, just to see if it's a different one or if it's the same one, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so I boarded a ship that was friendly and hit it up a few times, and it did spawn it took a couple of attempts, but it did spawn it. It is about 50%. I was testing initially just to see, because I had a feeling that I didn't know if like there was a specific order to them, but I don't think there is an order. I think it's just random. Alright, so let's read this one real quick. UI should. Valley of the Shadows. It's ironic when I think about this. Sistev likes to call us animals, criminal scum, and all sorts of wicked things, yet when we kill people, we do it to a point. We don't waste our time on ceremony, and we don't torture. We pull the trigger and move on. Pirates, I murmur, we're pirates. We take what we need, take what we want, and take what we're paid to take, I chant softly. The charging handle of my rifle makes an audible crack as it racks in place. Where's the chip? I scream at the lab tech. The man in a blue lab coat stammers and sputters. I don't have time for this, I shout as I squeeze the trigger and spray a storm of bullets into the man. He slumps over in a bloody heap on the floor as his fluid leaks in a puddle. I lean over and flick the lab tech's terminal to life and tap in a string of commands and laugh. He didn't even use a password. Makes my job as easy at least. I nod as I spot the information for the experimental robotic chip the facility's been working on. There we go. Sub-basement level B2, I say. I spin on my heel and run out of the room. Alarm klaxons whirl to life, and I screech as I kick open the flimsy door to the stairs. I don't have time for this, I scream. Intruder detected. Security to the stairwell, a voice shouts through the embedded PA system. Footsteps of several sets of boots surge closer as I reach level B. Gunshots ring out, muffled by the padding in my helmet. Not today, I scream, throwing an incendiary grenade through the doorway. Watch out, several voices scream as fire blooms in the room beyond. I slowly step through the doorway as my vision slowly distorts. A dark, hazy as my vision slowly distorts. A dark haze consuming my sight. My gun barks angrily as it sprays hateful bits of metal into the guards. I lost myself for a while as I wander the valley of shadows, death surrounding me as I secure possession of the chip. I didn't even notice that I had been shot. It's funny. Maybe Sistef is right. They call us monsters, animals, and beasts, but me, I'm a pirate. I groan. I mean, that one's all right. Again, like, the writing's quite decent. The thing of like it kind of focuses on they're like hunting down. So I guess pirates could do that. Right, so I'm gonna swap over to PC now, and I'm just gonna spawn in a few more just to read them. I'm not gonna read all of them because I feel like that'd be a bit unfair for the mod, even if I disagree with the mod itself. I'm just gonna read through some more, and then I'll personally read, or like I'll privately read through them, and then kind of come back. So yeah, we're gonna jump over to the PC real quick, and we'll be back. All right, we're back on Xbox or PC now. So I've spawned in some. So I've spawned in the Bacillus and the Glow. So let's go read that. This is I don't know what was happening. We lost power and slowly collided with a decommissioned space station. The sound, it was horrendous. Metal on metal, grinding and squealing as chunks of the ship's hull were scraping off. This was supposed to just be a field trip to a nearby planet, collecting samples and returning to the lab. Quick, clean, and a day, maybe two at most. At some point, I was hyperventilating and panicking before blacking out. At some point, I was hyperventilating, panicking before blacking out. I have no idea how long I was out for, and with power down, there was no way to mark the passage of time. When I woke, I was slowly drifting lazily in the interior of the ship in complete silence. Julie, Tom, I call out. Stanley, you guys okay? Hear wheezing wet cough from the cabin. They're unresponsive and without power. I can't remove their helmets without killing them, Stanley says. I drift closer. Damn it, I growl. Say, boss, do you see that? Jules' face. It looks like she got a rash that wasn't there before. Stanley says, what the hell? It's growing, damn it. I say, Stanley, we need to move her to a holding cell. That does not look good. I could hear a soft hissing sound coming from Julie's suits, and I swear I thought I heard her speak. You say something, I ask? No, why? Stanley asks. I thought you said something, I say as I glance towards the holding cell. A low, raspy, throaty sound bubbles from Jules' suit. What the hell is that thing? Stanley screams. Whatever it is, it infected Jules and now is trying to break out of containment. I scream. Damn it, oxygen is getting low. Stanley groans as he gasps for air. Stan, I yell, look at me. A large, mottled yellow rash was spreading across his face as his eyes searched blindly for me, terror in his expression. A grey ooze was slowly seeping from around his eyes as he stopped breathing. Damn it. I slowly dragged Stanley's body to the bathroom and locked the door before returning to the cockpit. Hey, you guys in trouble? Hello? A voice calls on the radio as power slowly comes back online. What? I say in shock. Hello, mayday, mayday. Please send help. Something has killed my crew. I'm the only survivor. An unknown pathogen has contaminated my ship. Proceed with caution. I scream into the radio. Okay, it's all right. The Glow. My chest thumps to the beat of the music as I sit at the bar. Heavy bass fills the air of the as the vibrations ripple my drinks on the counter. First time to Neon? The bartender asks. I shake my head. First time to the lounge, not my first time to Neon, I say. Bartender nods and leans over the counter. Can I get you anything? You in the mood to party or just swim in the glass? He asks. I prefer swimming, I say. The bartender pours in a glass of whiskey and slides to me and leans in again. You didn't hear this from me, but if you ask the right people on the strip, they can teach you how to make some fun party favors. They'll even pay you if you make good batches. My brow raises in reply. Party favors? I ask. Yeah, the good stuff. You ever hear of Aurora? The bartender asked with a wolfish expression. I heard it was from around here. Only place is legal too, I remark. Exactly right, the bartender says. I could point the way if you're interested. I scratched my chin as I muse. I appreciate the offer, but that's a bit out of my field of interest. I'll stick with swimming in my glass. The bartender nods as he turned to another customer. The glow of the colorful lights overhead flicker gently to the music as the bass drives the mood. I bob my head along to the tunes as the warm, pleasant glow of alcohol reaches my limbs. Relaxing euphoria hits my core. This is why I enjoy the Astro Lounge, I think to myself. As the smooth taste of liquor dances in my mouth, I feel completely at ease at the bar, the music bumping to the rhythm of my heart. Lights are dancing in my eyes. I raise my glass to the bartender. You know, I think I'm in the mood to give the party a try right about now. Okay. So far, there is... Search. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stories, which is around like, I mean, we added up, it's about like 10 cents per story. And look, as somebody who is, I like writing. I'm a bit of an amateur writer myself. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with with these stories, but they're quite short, given that you're paying for them. And I know you're like, Crimson, it's a dollar, it's a euro, But here's the thing, right? I feel like this shouldn't be a paid mod, personally. Like, I feel like with mods in general, like you're supposed to, mods are kind of supposed to take effort to do. Like, realistically, this probably took very little effort. I'm not saying the writing side of things, more so like implementing it into the game, as a drop thingy, like, it's just a weird one. Because, like, the mod authors, again, like with anything else, like, it comes down to Bethesda, but, like, this isn't one of the case where I think the mod authors necessarily doing anything egregious. Like, the stories are cool. They're trying to be lore friendly. And I mean, for the most part, they seem to be, but I just feel like if you want to do this as a kind of little side project, like, make it free, don't make it paid. Like, there's paid mods out there for like 100 credits that like do a lot more for what you're, it's not, I don't think it's like inherently a cash grab. I wouldn't put it as, like, oh, this is a cash grab. But at the same time, I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, because obviously this is an opinion piece. You guys may agree, you guys may disagree. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.